Hey, it's Golden Boy Insider. I'm Letty, and I'm here with the man of the hour. It's going down this weekend. Rosado's taking on Ramirez. Zurdo versus Gabe. And I got Gabe Rosado right here with me. Hi, Gabe. How are you?
How you doing? I'm good.
Okay, you guys have been through the press conference. You've seen each other face to face. This is right before you guys really get into the thick of what this weekend's going to be, right?
Yeah.
And that is all leading up to you and Zurdo in the ring.
Yeah.
But you have a calmness about you. You have like a quiet before the storm about you. It's low-key scary. I just saw you crack your neck in like 17 different places. I didn't even know we had nerves there. How is the feeling right now?
No, I'm good. I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm used to it, and I'm just chill because camp was good,
Right.
So I'm confident in the kind of training camp I had. My weight is good, so it's just
Yeah, everything's aligning, it feels like.
yeah, and just enjoying the moment and just chilling.
You do so much besides boxing, and I think that's something beautiful that isn't a testament to who you are. You're so ambitious. It goes beyond the ring, whether it's commentating, whether it's movie roles, whether it's just your own brand. It's so important to reach beyond. Of course, have the passion, but have the wherewithal too, that there's more I can do. I can't limit myself to just this. Do you find that type of stuff helps in the ring too? The fact that you have all these other things and this foundation besides just what boxing could be to you?
For sure. I think everything else happens just because it's organic. I mean, I don't really force nothing.
Got you.
I really can't even pretend to do something if I'm not into it.
Right.
So everything I do is just something that I truly love. Like my boxing gym, I named it after my hood where I grew up, Badlands. So I grew up in North Philly, and it's called the Badlands, and I named my gym Badlands Boxing. So that's something that I'm close to. And, films and all that was things that I really enjoyed. I did Creed and just involving myself in other things. It's just, things that I really love to do.
Right. We're talking about Creed and just like your prep for that and your prep for boxing. There's a total different type of camp. There's the learning lines. There's the figuring out what this is now. What is acting really, right? Yeah. Have you found like that may have its own type of effort that you give to, just like how you give boxing, the training, the weights, the eating right, making sure that your mind is good. Do you take that onto your roles too?
Yeah, no, I did when I did the Creed, even though it wasn't too hard because I got to play a fighter. Yeah. But it was dope, like being around Sylvester Stallone, because he was like, we were doing so many takes. And, obviously it was like my first time really doing something like that. So I really didn't understand why we were shooting one take for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Right? And he was telling me do every take like it's your last take because you never know which one they're going to use. So, he would give me pointers and stuff like that. So, it was really dope. And then just doing a choreographed scene with Michael B. Jordan. We did that scene probably for 6 weeks. And we practiced every day for hours doing that scene. Because it was a one-shot scene. It was...
you couldn't mess that up.
Yeah, I think what it was it's the first time they did a scene like that where a fight scene is no cuts. So you can't mess up. You got to kind of keep flowing through the rounds.
Was that Sylvester's direction to be just no stops?
It was Ryan Coogler.
Oh, got you.
But we did that scene for 10 hours. It took 10 hours, but we did that scene so many takes, but it was so dope. But it was a lot of work. So, I respect the acting game because there's a lot to it.
All in itself. Yeah. And it might not be the physicality of it, but low key it is. It's like that mental space. It can be exhausting to be on set for 8 hours for one scene, like you said.
No, for sure. It was crazy. But the dope part about it was that movie was shot in my old city.
Already in Philly.
Come on. So I was trying to.
You're the mayor at that
I was in a
I
was in a trailer. I was in a trailer in my hood. Yo, this shit crazy. I was running from the cops on this block. Now I'm shooting the movie.
No, I want to talk about low key, little you, like little
Yeah.
Gabe. If little Gabe could see that,
Yeah, it's crazy.
growing up in Philly must be crazy. You know, I never really see, and maybe I'm oblivious to it, the Latino community that comes from Philly. I'm sure it's there, and I'm sure it's big and thriving. But tell me about that growing up in Philly for you.
Yeah, well, in the East Coast, the Latino is mainly Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, you know, Colombians and things like that. So it's like that Caribbean.
Yeah.
So, you know, just growing up there, you know, I grew up really close to my roots because you got the bodegas in the corner, and you
Yeah.
got the bars and the salsa playing, and you know, pretty much everything they do in Puerto Rico, we do it in Philly. You know, we grew up in our culture.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was my parents. You know, we grew up listening to salsa and all those things. So when I go to Puerto Rico, like even though I wasn't born in the island, but when I visit the island, I feel real connected to it just because I know the culture and I know what, you know, the language and the certain words we use, just like Mexicans got their words, we
man.
got our words. So yeah, it's dope growing up in that culture.
You know, culture is such a part of what goes into boxing. And I'm not even too sure when it started, but that pride of who you are, where you come from, where your parents are from, the ancestors that you're representing, just by walking in that ring and doing something so primal like fighting.
Sure. Yeah.
Like that is the ultimate, I guess, just respect factor of this is not just two people for their own ego's sake. This is so much behind it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think fighters from Puerto Rico fight with a certain kind of pride because, you know, it's like the island always had to fight for their freedom.
Yep.
So it's like that attitude of always standing up for your freedom and for what you believe in. So, you know, that's part of the culture. It's like, you know, you're very prideful, but, you know, people, they fight for their rights. And I think that transitions over to the fighters. It's such a small island, but it has so many world champions, you know, and just for that little island is the biggest rivalry against Mexico.
Yeah, come on.
So
why can't we get along?
It's a healthy rivalry. It's a healthy
Right,
rivalry,
right.
but it just goes to show, like, you know, how rich the island is in boxing.
Right.
When they can compete against a big country
whole
like
country.
Mexico.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's one of the best rivalries in the sport.
And get the respect because just like you're saying, what you come from and the culture that comes behind you, you can't help but respect that in the ring.
Yeah.
So nothing but respect with this fight coming up this weekend. It's going to be exciting to see you and Zurdo, which you guys are homies, but you're about to duke it out.
Yeah.
And look, I'd like to consider us homies now. So we're
sure.
going to duke it out too,
All right,
okay?
bet. I ain't
Just
played
don't
this in
be
years.
mad. Just don't be mad when I win.
All right, let's go.
I don't want to defeat your spirit so early, okay? I promise you, Zurdo didn't send me, all right?
Let's go.
All right.
You beat Zuldo?
No, I didn't, but he's Mexican, and he told me, like, hey, dale la madre. And I was like, all right, let me try. All right,
let's
so
go.
we're going to go. We're going to put the mics down, and we're going to play.
bet.
I just want you to know, if I beat you, I'm undefeated. I beat every fighter that's come in this room. Yeah. And if you win, you hit a girl, that's messed up. All right, hold on.
So who's going to count us down?
A ver, I had my little 3, 2, wait, put a ding ding, okay? 3, there you go. Oh, let's go! Oh, let's go! Oh! Mine was after. You knocked me out after I hit you. All right, yeah. I said
Yo, run the replay on that, bro.
I said rematch. Whose head went up first? I saw his.
go.
Hold on. Oh, wait.
1, 2, 3, go.
There you go. There you go. Trilogy.
yo.
Come on. Oh, I got again. Mexico.
My shit broke.
Mexico, lindo querido. Let's go. No.
Yeah.
Love it, Gabe. No, Gabe, before we go, I would love for you to talk to our fans and your fans, especially
For sure.
listening and watching, and what they can expect this weekend, and just words from you to them.
No, yeah, you know, this weekend, you know, you can expect me putting in my all, you know, to get the victory. And, you know, like, I'm from Philly, so it's the Rocky story. You know, we gotta get this win and upset the boxing world.
You ain't mad at getting them mad. I
Yeah,
love that.
for sure.
Thank you so much, Gabriel Rosado,
No doubt.
for sitting down with us. This has been Golden Boy Insider. Come on.